What is going on, guys? This is Elijah here on Shriner Highlights, and today I am back with another college football video, and this time it is a way too early prediction video for college football. And as you guys know, that college football is done for the season, and it's the off season, and a lot of transfers, a lot of big news, coaches fired, etc., etc. Well, I like to do college football prediction videos, and plus it's just something to talk about before the season even starts, which is in August. So we have a long ways to go, and I'll be doing this more often. I've been posting a lot of highlight videos for just different people, for players, and also some wrestling videos as well. So if you guys like this, let me know in the comments below. I do a way too early prediction video, videos every now and then. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. So this time, I'm talking about my favorite team, the North Carolina Tar Heels, versus the South Carolina Gamecocks in the old rivalry that was between them. They haven't really played each other since the last time they played was back in 2015, where the Gamecocks won back in Bank of America Stadium, which is the Carolina Panthers Stadium, which they will be playing this year on August 31st of 2019. South Carolina won in 2015, September 3rd, 17-13, which UNC could have clearly won, and they were the better team of that game, and they should have utilized Elijah Hood. And I was very angry, and that was the tip-off. Or that was a great season for UNC, but they definitely easily should have beaten South Carolina. But this year, South Carolina might win again. Who knows? Because the past 2 years, UNC has been struggling because of coaching management and just players and just the collapsation of the offense and the defense in the fourth quarter as of this previous year that we went 2-9 and 1-7 overall in the conference. Not really great, but South Carolina had another decent year. They did go 7-6 in the conference or overall, and 4-4 in the conference of the Division East of the SEC. And of course, is this Will Muschamp's the hot seat season, because he's been having a mediocre season for like the past 3 seasons. But they had one great season with him, and I think that was his first or second year as a South Carolina Gamecock head coach. Also, Jake Bentley is returning to the Gamecocks as a senior, but South Carolina fans are really not too excited that he's returning because they don't really like Jake Bentley that much anymore, as you'd like to say, because he's just not been a consistent quarterback, as you like to say. Ryan Helinski is the quarterback commit for the South Carolina Gamecocks. That's supposedly going to be a top-notch quarterback like Sam Howell, who's also the new quarterback going to chase the starting position for North Carolina, because Nathan Elliott has been a disaster for the past 2 years with Chaz Surratt, and Cade Fortin, Chase Ruder have been played well, even though they got injured last year for UNC. So it's going to be a whirlwind of a quarterback situation who will start for UNC. So, and plus, because this is a way too early prediction, so who knows what will happen in the meantime. So, like I said earlier, that South Carolina went 7-6, 4-4 in the East Division of the SEC, and UNC went 2-9 and 1-7 in the Coastal Division of the ACC. So, not really great for both teams, because in the SEC, a 7-6 season is not really a great season, because they want to win a national championship, and they feel like their fan bases feel like that they are entitled to win the national championship every year, because that's just the SEC way. They want to win national championships. They can care less about bowl games, if you want to say that. But Mac Brown is the new head coach for UNC, and Larry Fedora is fired, as you guys probably have heard in the after the game, about 2 weeks afterwards, that they fired Fedora because of 2 horrible seasons, one with full injuries, and the other one was just disastrous finishes every single game. And it's like almost like you knew what was going to happen. All right, so what I would like to do is I like to go through the season stats of this year's 2018-2019 season. Nathan Elliott, as of now, was a not so great. He's a backup quarterback, so he had to be put in as a starter, and he wasn't so great. All right, so Nathan Elliott and, of course, Fortin, Ruder, or Sam Howell could possibly be the starter of this year. Chaz Surratt, not so much. So he has 201 completions to 325 attempts, 2,169 passing yards, 61.8 completion percentage, 6.7 yards average, 11 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. QBR rating was 123.5, so not so great, but the completion percentage was all right, if you could say. All right, so South Carolina's QB, Jake Bentley, who's returning, and as of now, he's a starter. Helinski could possibly take his place. He went 240 completions to 388 attempts with 3,171 passing yards, 61.9%. Average is 8.2 yards average, 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions with a QBR rating 146.3. A lot better than Nathan Elliott, but South Carolina fans will say that he is inconsistent, and I probably will have to agree with them. All right, so running back position, we have UNC Michael Carter. As of now, he's returning junior, and he's now a junior. He had 84 carries, 597 yards, 7.1 yards average, and 2 touchdowns. We didn't really use him a lot in the red zone, and just plus our offense was just not really so great either with the play calling. So running back for South Carolina, Rico Doyle. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Doyle, I think that's his last name. As of now, he's a returning senior as of this year with 123 carries, 654 rushing yards, and 4 touchdowns. Better than Michael Carter, but he had more carries than Michael Carter did. All right, so wide receivers, UNC, Daz Newsome, who was a freshman or a returning sophomore. He had a great season this year with 44 receptions, 506 reception yards, 11.5 yards average, and 2 touchdowns. Anthony Ratliff Williams is gone to the NFL draft. He was a big part of the offense. And, of course, Bo Corrales and Carl Tucker is back as well with UNC. All right, so wide receiver, Brian Edwards is now probably going to be the top receiver as Deebo Samuel is gone to the NFL draft. He had 55 receptions, 846 yards, 15.4 yards average, and 7 touchdowns. A lot better than Daz Newsome for sure. All right, so lastly, we have the defensive players. We have the UNC's top 3 defensive players. Now a senior, Miles Dorn, who's a safety. He had 55 tackles, 2 interceptions. Now a senior, Dominique Ross. He was a linebacker, 47 tackles. And, of course, lastly, now sophomore Trey Morrison, who is a DB, had 46 tackles, and that's really good. So we're going to be hurt. UNC's defense is going to be hurting this year because they're going to be young. And a lot of key guys left last year from graduation, like Cole Holcomb, J.K. Britt, Blake Kearney, Jason Strawbridge, and Tyler Powell. Now, South Carolina's defense is going to be pretty good this year. They have a lot of guys that were really young as of last year. And the only senior that I had in the top 3 of the tackles of the list on Sports Reference, you can look it up yourself. Now a senior, T.J. Brunson, who's a linebacker, 59 tackles and 1 forced fumble. Now a junior, Sherrod Green. He had 32 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and he is a linebacker. Now a senior, Stephen Montauk, DB, 72 tackles, and that's about it. And most of their other guys are really, really young, so they're going to be an experienced team, and I think they might have a good game against UNC. UNC, on the other hand, I hope they do really well. I really want them to beat South Carolina, but I don't know how this year is going to turn out because last year was just an inconsistent year, and you knew that something's going to happen at the end of the fourth quarter, that when they had the lead, they'll somehow manage to lose, and it was just like every single game. Hopefully, with Mac Brown's coaching staff, we'll change the team, and hopefully we can beat South Carolina. So here's my prediction. I usually do one with South Carolina, or one with the other team, and one with my team. So one with my team, hopefully UNC will win, and I'll give them a 24-17 win over the South Carolina Gamecocks. And for the South Carolina Gamecocks, I'll have them as a 31-20 win for them. So 24-17 with UNC and 31-20 with South Carolina. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys like more college football prediction videos, way too early videos, just let me know in the comments below. I still will be making more highlight videos. And, man, this is a long video for just a prediction video. Way too early. So college football is still back, even though it's off season. Let's talk about more college football on the way. And, guys, y'all have a great weekend. And Shiner Highlights here. Peace.